Sorry, I accidentally cut my video off. But anyway, so here's the first bedroom we just looked at, the coat closet. And then here is a linen closet. And then a a bathroom between the two bedrooms. This is a full bathroom with a dual vanity, white cabinets. And then when you come around here, here's a shower tub combo and the toilet. And then if you come back here around the corner, you can see there's carpet in the hallway as well as the bedrooms. Here's a bedroom. I would say these bedrooms are smaller than Acacia. Has a ceiling fan there. And then instead of plantation shutters, they have just kind of standard pull down blinds. This is probably a 12 by 11 bedroom. It's pretty standard size. And then you have a walk-in closet there. And then you come around the corner, back to where we started, front entry door. This house faces the backyards in the north, the front's in the south, same as the last one, which is the #1 preferred layout. And then you have this long hallway, and then to the left, you have a few things. This built in here. They just put some kind of covering on there. But you have a drawer and, place to drop your keys, that kind of stuff. There's the garage remotes in there. The laundry room, which isn't as large as the last one. Same though, in that it has, water and electricity hookups, no gas. And then here's a coat closet. And then if we go into the garage, it's not quite as large as the last one, but only by a few inches, right? So here's the standard 2-car, and then here is your tandem. Now this isn't a full tandem. So this garage is smaller than the last. This was built in 2020, so it's a little newer. It's 5 years old, but there's the hot water heater, and then you have soft water there with a salt tank, just like the last one. But this is only about large enough to put maybe a golf cart in, not a full car like the last garage on Acacia. Okay, so the garage is not as large either. And again, we're talking about this is actually more expensive than the other one. Come back in. And then you have the dining area / living area / kitchen. I would say this kitchen it's definitely smaller than the last one, in that pantry there takes away some of the space. That's where you had the wall ovens, and now you have a pantry instead. And then not a gas cooktop, but an electric cooktop with a vent there. It's nice. The cabinets don't have pullouts like Acacia did. It does come with this fridge. It is not counter depth. It sticks out quite a bit. It is like brand new though. And then instead of the cabinets, you have a pretty large walk-in pantry. You can see you go around a corner. Oh, it's not pretty large. It's freaking gigantic. The pantry is huge. The only advantage I've seen so far, the undermount sink isn't as nice in that it is dual sinks split in the middle, which I don't find as practical. It does have reverse osmosis, so drinking water from the tap there. And this living area is not nearly as large. And then the slider is not an accordion style, so you can only open it that much. You can see how it's open. This living area is half the size. I would say this is comparable to 172nd in the finishes and the size, right? And then here is your dining area. So this is honestly, guys, I would say almost half the size living area as the last place. It also doesn't have all the nice pre-wire in the wall for your TV and all your speakers and stuff. In fact, there's no speakers in here. The other one was all done with 5.1 surround sound. The backyard is maybe slightly larger, not a whole lot larger. It's only larger because the house is smaller. Now you do have a very large covered patio. There's a sunscreen there that you can pull down. You have a ceiling fan and some lights. It's pretty large. It's maybe 150% larger. So half, maybe 150% larger than the last one. What you do have is these amazing views. They are very, very pretty. And there will be houses built out here where I'm showing you, but they're not going to cover this view. I mean, this view is really pretty. From here, you can see halfway to California. Let me see if I can hit this close up. You can see forever. So the views are really, really, really pretty. Even over here, look at those beautiful mountains. That will never be covered up. That will never be covered up. These, maybe up to where you see the rock that they blew out, will be covered up by roofs, but nothing above that. So like, let's see, maybe to here, but nothing above that be covered up. It's weird, my finger, there you go. Nothing above that will ever be covered. So you would have this view forever. It is a beautiful view. There are some power lines out there. They put nice pavers and a lot of artificial turf. There's a lemon tree and an orange tree there. And then I believe that's probably a fruit tree too. You actually have oranges and lemons on that tree right now. But I will tell you that acacia had yes, you are sacrificing this beautiful view, but you're getting twice the house in my opinion. Just my opinion though. It just depends on how important the view is to you guys. Because you have a little bit of view on acacia. The house is superior. And also the neighborhood is superior. That neighborhood, you drive into Foothills, you pass the golf course. It's a really pretty drive in. And then let's go over here and we'll look at the master. So again, I would say this living space is half the size of acacia. Again, carpet in the master. The master is definitely not as large as acacia is. It's big enough. You'll get a king bed and a couple of nightstands in here. Don't have the custom lighting that acacia did. Don't have the plantation shutters. In fact, this window has nothing. This has blinds. And then the bathroom isn't quite as nice either. You get a dual vanity here. But instead of a giant walk-in shower, you get this garden tub, which is standard variety, and then a smaller shower without a rain shower head like you had at Acacia. And then here's the water closet. And this is a linen closet. And then the walk-in closet, while it's probably sufficient, is like literally a quarter of the size of Acacia. That extra 500 square feet really showed up. Really, really showed up. So this is 167th. I think a fine choice. It's just a matter of how much the view matters to you. If the Acacia house had enough view for you and you're comfortable with that, this is much more house. Acacia is much more house than this one. But this is a great option for the price with a really, really nice view. All right, let me know what questions you have.